I would like also to thank you very much on behalf of the administration of Pireo Sport, the OBI, for the kind invitation to participate in the conference. Well, Pireo Sport, as I said before, is the biggest sport in Greece and one of the biggest in the Mediterranean. It acts as a level of development of international trade and the local and national economy. It is very important that Pireo Sport is the hub for the connection of continental Greece with the islands, an international cruise center, and a commercial hub for the Mediterranean, providing services to ships of any type and size. The port of Piraeus is extended from 4 municipalities around Piraeus and has a coastline of 40 kilometers. It's a multi-purpose port. In the slide, you can see a diagram of the port, and with the colored areas are the areas where the various activities of the port are developed. The port of Piraeus is a port of large volumes. According to statistical data of 2014, passenger throughput was more than 18 million passengers, of which almost 2 million were cruise passengers. There were also transported more than 3 million vehicles, approximately 3,600,000 containers, TEUs, and almost 400,000 cars merchandises. These figures render Piraeus as one of the most important ports of United Europe, and maintaining its leading position impose the demand of continuous expansion, new infrastructure and service systems. The main business activities which the port of Piraeus develops is the coastal and cruise activity and the car terminals and container terminals. Regarding the first activity, which is critical for us, is the coastal sector. It is the largest passenger port in Europe, but its importance is not only this. It is a vital growth engine and support of many large and smaller islands of the Aegean Sea, for which there is no other way to communicate and catering foods and drugs from mainland Greece. It acts as a hub for internal trade from or to the islands. That's why we strongly say that Pireo Sport has significant contribution in the economic and social cohesion of the country. Due to the economic crisis in Greece, the coastal sector had a noticeable decrease in passengers traffic in 2012 and 2013 compared with 2011, but there was a satisfactory growth in 2014. Despite this fluctuation of the passenger traffic, it has stabilized in recent years at about 17 million passengers of coastal sector. As I said before, in 2014, they arrived in Piraeus almost 2 million tourists, with around 600 cruise ships arrivals. There are some critical issues which give an advantage to Piraeus. Port of Piraeus is the ideal hub for visiting the well-known islands of Aegean, the island of Crete, and of course, the famous ancient Greek sites like Acropolis, Theseion, and Mykenae, etc. The climate conditions in the Attica region are very soft, which allow the extension of the tourist period for more than the summer months. The share of Mediterranean in the global cruise market has almost doubled in the last 10 years. Piraeus recorded in 2013 more than 2,200,000 cruise passenger traffic, corresponding to 11% almost 11% increase compared to 2012. Also here, as in coastal sector, there is a stabilization in tourists at around 2 million, fact that has boosted the port of Piraeus to the most important Mediterranean ports. To better serve the new generation cruise vessels, a proposal to the European Commission was submitted and finally approved. It includes the expansion of the Southern Port Cruise Terminal through the construction of quay walls and berths for the accommodation of new generation cruise ships with co-financing by the communal, national, and Port of Piraeus Authority own funds. The percentage of the financial support stands at 95%. The total budget is almost 230 million euros. The call for tenders for the construction is expected in the near future. About the car terminal activities. Port of Piraeus has 2 car terminals. In 2014, handled approximately 360,000 cars. This volume highlights the Port of Piraeus as the target in Eastern Europe in car traffic and a significant hub for transshipment in the Mediterranean and the Balkan Sea, and the Black Sea, sorry. The project of railway connection of the Port of Piraeus to the Balkans and Central Europe are particularly important since it serves the largest automobile transport and construction companies. Some data of our activity. The throughput of new cars in the Port of Piraeus has established at about 600,000 cars before the economic crisis in Greece, which began in 2010. After 2010, the import of new cars in Greece has dramatically fell. In 2014, despite the import has improved enough, though the crisis in Ukraine, in Syria and in Libya have negatively affected the transshipment. Our container terminal activities. After the concession of Piers 2 and 3 in Cosco Pacific, the container terminal of the Port of Piraeus is in position 10 of Europe's largest container terminals in respect of the throughput, transporting more than 3,500,000 TEUs in 2014, and has become an important hub for transshipment in the Mediterranean and Black Sea, serving the biggest shipping container handling companies. As in the transport of cars and so on the container, the brand new railway connection to the Port of Piraeus with the Balkan and Central Europe gives significant advantage to the Port of Piraeus. Today, in the container terminal of Piraeus Port, work 2 terminal operations. The Piraeus Port Authority in Pier 1, with a maximum capacity to 1 million TEUs, and PCT, Piraeus Container Terminal, which is a subsidiary of Cosco Pacific, in the Pier 2 and 3, with a total capacity of 3,700,000 TEUs. Here you can see the car terminals in Piraeus Port with the green color. It's the key, the berth which is operated by Piraeus Port Authority, and with the red color, the berths which are operated by PCT. Here, in this slide, we can see the booming in the last 4 years in the handling of containers on Piers 2 and 3, operated by Cosco Pacific, as opposed to the Pier 1, operated by Piraeus Port Authority, where the handling of containers has stabilized around 600,000 TEUs. In this slide, we can see that in 1985, the port of Piraeus, in the first column, the list, Piraeus port was not in the list of the 15 bigger container terminals in terms of throughput. In 2014, Piraeus is located at 8th position, having the highest ratio between 1985 and 2014 from all container terminals in the list. The Port of Piraeus, except the business operations, has taken major initiatives to protect the environment. PPA SA, as an eco-port, is a member of the European Eco-Ports Network and implements environmental management, which is certified according to the European system PERS of ESPO, while for cruise services, it applies a certified management system for quality and environment in accordance with international standard ISO 9001 and ISO 14001. While within the framework of sustainable development, Piraeus Port Authority proves in action the significance of the protection of enhancement of the environment by spending about €2 million annually to environment projects and programs. Thank you very much.